Hi Scorpio, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of November 18th through the 24th. This is for Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, and Scorpio Rising signs. So Scorpio, for this reading, I am using the Wheel of the Year tarot deck. I'm also pulling you a Heal Yourself reading card. All right, Scorpio. So at the bottom of the deck, I do have the King of Pentacles. So maybe some of you are dealing with a Virgo, a Capricorn, or a Taurus. For some of you, it's definitely a Capricorn. Let's see here. Could be a Capricorn who has air in his chart. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Cups. So I'm definitely reading for some Scorpio females. You're dealing with this male. If he's not an earth sign, he could be like a businessman or someone who is established financially in a good place. We do have the moon here. Interesting. The moon does like to keep things in the dark, and so there could be some unknowns with this person. So just keep that in mind. Let's see. The overall energy for you guys for the week is the Knight of Wands. So this can speak about physical travel. Some of you could be traveling to see this person. This is a very ambitious, passionate energy here with the Knight of Wands is the overall energy, feeling motivated, inspired, charging forward. So maybe some of you are getting into a relationship with this King of Pentacles. With the moon, I mean, you could be keeping it hidden. Also with the Knight of Wands energy, maybe for some of you something is happening suddenly. The energy could be shifting. Things are moving forward. Things are happening for you. Now, what's interesting is we have this King of Swords. So two kings here. So maybe some of you are dealing with two men. Physical travel could be in the cards here this week. We have the King of Swords looking at the Devil. So that's interesting. Those of you that are coupled, and there's not like a third party interference or anything like that, I mean, you could be looking at having a very steamy week. The Devil energy is not always negative, although it can represent something that's negative, a bad habit, a temptation. So some of you could be tempted here. Some of you Scorpios, you might be tempted here this week. Could be something coming in quite suddenly. Now maybe some of you Scorpio females, you could be dealing with two men. Air sign energy, earth energy. We have the Empress here. So for you Scorpio females, this can be your energy, and maybe you're tempted by a King of Swords. Those of you that are in a controlling relationship, a toxic relationship, maybe a karmic relationship, some of you could be making a cut here with this King of Swords looking directly at the Devil. Any sort of environment or situation that you felt trapped or stuck within, some of you could be making the cut here. This could be something you're doing suddenly. Now, maybe you were overthinking and you were stressing about this in your head quite a bit with the Eight of Swords and the Devil. I mean, there could have been like an excess of fear here, an excess of fear with moving forward in some way. But some of you, you're actually cutting through that here this week with this King of Swords energy. So if your fear was holding you back, I see you charging forward. You could be a Scorpio male where you could be moving towards this Empress, this beautiful woman. She can be a mother, but she doesn't have to be. She can be the nurturing kind, very loving, very warm. Oftentimes I see her as a business owner, someone who's very successful, and so you could be moving towards this woman. If you are moving towards a new relationship, I see a lot of very passionate energy here this week, Scorpio. A lot of very, very passionate energy. Lusty, steamy energy. Definitely. Now we did have the moon. We did have the moon there at the bottom of the deck, and so this could be a relationship that you're keeping a secret. But what is in the dark always comes to light, and here we do have the sun in the spread, and so something could be surfacing here this week. You could be finding something out. For some of you, it's very positive. It's inspiring you to move forward. With this Ace of Wands, we see you inspired with the Ace of Wands and this Knight of Wands. For some of you, very excited to start this new beginning. Now, those of you that are having a secret relationship, I would be careful, because there can be a pregnancy here that is taking place. Maybe an unwanted pregnancy for some of you. With the Empress, the Ace of Wands, and the Sun, for some of you, could be finding out this week that someone is pregnant. For some of you. Some of you may be dealing with a Capricorn, others may be dealing with a Leo. Those of you already in a relationship, I mean, you could be finding out that you're pregnant, or that your partner is pregnant. Congratulations for those of you that are already partnered and this is something that you wanted. You could be starting a family, expanding your family. Yes, for some of you, there's some fear here, because maybe you're worried about expenses here with the Five of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords. You might be feeling a lack financially, you know, finding out that you're having a baby. Maybe you're purchasing a new home, or this is something that you're going to be planning on doing here. You could be worried about, you know, money. You know, babies are expensive, so maybe some of you are worried about your finances. But it's a time of celebration. It really is. For those of you that are conceiving, if you're not conceiving a child, this is you planting the seed here. This is you planting the seed. There is a new beginning here. For some, it is a new relationship. For others, it can be a new home, a new adventure, something that you're really excited about here. If you were lacking financially, here with the Five of Pentacles, maybe even feeling rejected prior, something was stressing you out, maybe you felt stuck. This is you planting the seed here. This is you starting something new. That ground is fertile, and so I see many of you very creative, very passionate. Yeah, and moving towards success. I mean, some of you may be freeing yourself from like a restricted environment or situation. Some of you are freeing yourself and moving towards great joy, happiness, excitement. Let's pull you an additional guidance card. So really nice, Scorpio. Some really nice energies to work with. Those of you that are in a relationship, I think it's going to be a very passionate week for you guys. Let's see, Scorpio, additional guidance for Scorpio. Some of you are in maybe a three-party situation. You might have to make a decision here this week. If that's the case, some of you might not be ready. I mean, you could be using the sword and you could be cutting someone off. You could be making a decision, but some of you might wait a little bit. Sexuality, wow, Scorpio. Scorpio, okay, well, it's going to be a very passionate week. It is going to be a very, very passionate week for some of you. Now, maybe some of you are worried about this. You might be nervous. If you're in a new relationship and you guys are taking it to that level, I mean, some of you are a little nervous. I would take my time. I would take my time. But it's on you. I mean, you have to listen to your intuition. Some of you, I see you really excited. You could be expressing yourself here. Sexually, yes. And with the Empress, she's very, you know, she represents a very sensual energy. And so, okay. At the bottom of the deck, we do have help from above. So if there is like some nervous energy around this, or even nervous energy around getting pregnant, you do have help from above. I do see some of you getting pregnant. I do see some of you starting a family, others expanding your family. I do see that. Just needing to get control of your thoughts. I think that some of you are really fearing the worst. So very much needing to stay positive. All right, Scorpio. So I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. If you are interested in having a private reading, please check out northeasttarot.com. Have a great week, guys.